An incredible sight in Bonn this afternoon as a Muslim spiritual leader arrived to begin a one-month national tour.
Thousands of GTA Muslims are excited about one of the most high-profile visits by a Muslim leader to Canada.
तुझको खुदा ने साया रहमत बना दिया मसरूर तुझ पे साया रहमत खुदा करे मसरूर तुझ पे साया रहमत खुदा करे रहमत खुदा करे.
Gathering of thousands in the quiet Vaughan neighborhood known to the local Ahmadiyya Muslim community as Peace Village. Mark Carcassol, Global News.
तुझको खुदा ने साया रहमत बना दिया मसरूर तुझ पे साया रहमत.
Coincides with the religion's 50th anniversary here in Canada.
Of their spiritual leader. As you can see, there are still thousands of people on the street and in the area hoping to catch a glimpse of their spiritual leader.
No matter which country, no matter which continent, the pull towards the Khalifa is magnetic. Wherever he goes, crowds of people flock towards Huzur. Like birds we flock to the beacon of Khilafat. These scenes are possibly most unique to Canada than they are anywhere else, with Peace Village having been developed right next to Beit al-Islam Mosque. A large neighborhood of approximately 260 homes, Peace Village was developed in 1999 and is home to a large number of families that belong to the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Join us in this special series for the incredible journey of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper, in Canada, and let us bring you closer to this North American country. It is late in the afternoon and already people have started lining the streets. Students from Jamia Ahmadiyya Canada wait across the street from where Huzur will be residing, practicing slogans and poems for Hazrat Amirul Momineen's arrival. As the arrival of Hazrat Amirul Momineen, may Allah be his helper, is imminent, hundreds turn into thousands, creating a sea of well-wishers. As the time draws nearer to Huzur's arrival, several media outlets can be seen. Helicopters circle overhead, their vans park nearby, while camera crews record the remarkable scene. Finally, the moment arrives. Sirens are heard as the police motorcade enters Peace Village. Along with it is Hazrat Amirul Momineen, may Allah be his helper, and the Qafla. The crowd erupts shouting slogans of Allahu Akbar and reciting poems. The atmosphere surrounding Huzur is electric. Members of the Jamaat try their best to catch a glimpse of him, waving and expressing their love for the Khalifa through nare. Upon arrival at his residence in Peace Village, Huzur was welcomed by the Mayor of Vaughan, Honorable Maurizio Bevilacqua, Ontario's Minister of Transportation, Honorable Stephen Del Duca, and National Member of Parliament, Honorable Deborah Schultz. Shortly after, His Holiness led the Zohar and Asr prayers at the Beit al-Islam Mosque. As night fell over the Canadian city, lights twinkled around Peace Village. Members of the community have been working tirelessly in preparation for this visit. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih, may Allah be his helper, surprised them by taking a long walk through the crowds before heading to Beit al-Islam Mosque to lead prayers. It was on October 5th, 2016 that Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmed, may Allah be his helper, was interviewed by Global News.
To better understand what's happening in the Middle East and the growing threat of radical extremism, then it's time to dispel a few myths. Myths like Islam being a monolithic religion. This month, the spiritual leader of millions of Muslims is visiting the GTA. The sect he represents is small in terms of Islam, but extremely active in outreach and full of missionary zeal, something that doesn't always go over well with fellow Muslims. Here's my conversation with the Caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Welcome back to Canada.
Thank you.
What is your message in this visit to Canada, and what is it that you would like to hear from Prime Minister Trudeau when you meet him?
The message, nowadays the prevailing situation in the world is very critical because of disturbance in the Middle East, and as a result of that, the whole world is involved in it.
Is caution the same thing as inaction? You say to be cautious.
Yes.
Does that mean that Canada should not play?
She should play.
What role should our government play?
You see, they have to see that what is the right way, how to deal with it in a way that does not disturb either the local people, if it is a case of immigrants, or refugees. So if proper justice is done, so all the parties should be given their due right.
Thursday, October 6th, 2016, one day before the start of the 40th annual Jalsa Salana Canada, the Ontario legislature unanimously passed an act that declared October would now be recognized as Islamic Heritage Month. It began as an NDP private member's bill, and party leader Andrea Horwath hoped that it would be an opportunity to celebrate and learn about the history of Islamic culture. It also coincided with Hazur's trip to Canada. Throughout the day, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper, met with families and individuals who had come from far and wide to pray behind their beloved Imam and perchance to meet him. Later on in the evening, Hazrat Amirul Momineen, may Allah be his helper, attended the inspection of Jalsa volunteers. Each year, thousands of volunteers give up their time to make sure that the annual Jalsa Salana runs smoothly and without any hiccups. Duties vary from registration, translation, and ziyafat to security, discipline, and cleanliness. During his address at the Bayt al-Islam Mosque in Peace Village, His Holiness reminded the 5,100 volunteers that it was their duty to display the highest morale standards and etiquettes. The 40th annual Jalsa Salana Canada commenced with the flag hoisting ceremony attended by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper. Thousands had gathered to listen to the beloved Khalifa. Hazur addressed the gathering and advised the Jamaat about celebrating their 50th anniversary during his Friday sermon. Later on in the day, Hazrat Amirul Momineen later held a press conference with the representatives of the Canadian print, broadcast, and ethnic media.
CTV's Naomi Parnas is in Mississauga, where 25,000 Muslims from across the GTA gathered this afternoon to hear a message of hope. Naomi.
That's right, Michelle. It was a very special day here for thousands of people. Today is actually the first day of a 3-day Muslim convention here in Mississauga, but it started off with a sermon from the worldwide spiritual leader of the Ahmadiyya community. A historic day for the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Canada, as over 25,000 people had the honor of hearing from their religion's spiritual leader. Caliph Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, who is like the Pope to the Ahmadiyya community, is in Canada for 6 weeks. Today, he addressed the largest Muslim convention in the country. Posters lined the walls saying love for all, hatred for none. It's the message this leader and these people hope to spread. They want the world to know Ahmadiyya Muslims and true Islam is about peace.
I know the Ahmadi Jamaat lives by the motto, the words, love for all, hatred for none. How important is it to really spread that message in today's society?
I think it is quite obvious for everybody that how important this is in today's, situation where there are so many atrocities, brutalities are being committed by Muslim groups, although they do not represent the Muslim Ummah. This is a small majority, small minority, small group. It is said their membership is only up to 30,000. And some other groups also having some few thousand members as compared to the total population of Muslim Ummah. This is just a small number. But the nation's value of these people is too much. They can create havoc anywhere they like by suicide bombing and other, brutal actions. So in this age, the message, love for all and hatred for none, is the message to be spread all across the world.
I was reading in your bio that you can't practice Ahmadiyya Muslim in Pakistan, which is hard to believe here in Canada. We're a very diverse, multicultural country. How do you feel when you come to Canada? What do you think of Canada? And
see, since I was elected to this office, I am not living in Pakistan, but in the UK, in London. So there also, there's freedom of religion. What we believe, we practice. I'm happy that Canada is multicultural and multi-ethnic country, and here you have the freedom of religion and freedom of speech and freedom of whatever you like.
Do you like coming to Canada? Do you enjoy your visit?
Yes, I enjoy. I do enjoy whenever I come.